So I was hit by a cement truck when I was a kid, and I couldn't walk for about 2 years, and I had dozens of surgeries. It crushed everything from my knees down, broke my left femur, broke my ribs, punctured lungs, the whole thing. And I had to relearn how to walk. It was a long process. And then from then on, I was like, they told me, they're like, you have to exercise to stay in good shape, or else you might be in a wheelchair by the time they told me at 30, you might be in a wheelchair if you don't like stay in good health. And so like I did. So I worked out all the time, and I'm like, I am in good shape. And then just in the last couple of years, I think I like overdid it. I like worked out too much, and I like became like one of those guys that everyone hates that wears spandex and rides bicycles on the side of the road.
As you were talking, I remembered I have a picture of you on my phone from the Best Buy commercial. There was somewhere you stuck your ass in the camera,
sure,
and just a little bit of ball is hanging out of the underwear.
Really?
Yeah. Did I never show you that?
No, you have to send that.
Come
to
on
me.
out. No, yeah, I think I still have it on my phone.
Bring out the
it's one of these
poster board.
I may have thrown it, or I may have erased it, but like it made it a year.
Wow.
And then I was like, I don't know who I thought I already sent it to you.
You got you too horny?
It gets me. It would get me to. It was a huge impediment to getting things done.
It was a real block for you.
Yeah, thank you. And there was no podcast back then. Okay, so you were obsessed with rightfully obsessed with exercise.
So I'm sort of. I guess this is another block. I sort of like when I do a thing, I maybe do it too much, and I go overboard with the thing.
Give me other examples.
Like when I would do stand-up, I did stand-up 7 days a week, and I would never not be doing stand-up. Or, when writing Workaholics, I was obsessed with it, and like I couldn't have like real relationships. And then now I feel like I've gotten to a point that I know it's not going to go away as quickly as I thought it might go away at the beginning when you're just trying to get established. Yeah. So I'm more comfortable just going like, no, I'm not. I'm fine. Not overworking myself. I know how to regulate that now.
And did you get it with exercise as well?
Well, now I'm figuring that out. I thought exercise was just a good thing. So I was doing it 7 days a week, and I was riding that damn bike like 200 plus miles a week. And
so on the streets.
Where
would you ride?
In around Orange County. I have a house down there, so I was just like all over, up and down the beach. And I tore a ligament in my hip, and I like tore my groin, my psoas muscle.
Yeah.
And essentially now I have to have surgery. And that was like a year and a half ago that all this happened, and I can't walk. Like if I walk more than a mile, like I have to sit down, and I'm in like a ton of pain. So my body is falling apart, and it scares me, dude, because you're like, you have to be able to walk.
Okay, well, let me ask about the original childhood stuff. How did you feel about it most of the time? Meaning, I felt like if I was like infirmed, body cast, rebuilt legs, I would feel extremely sorry for myself.
No, I didn't really. I think that was just like my mom was awesome and just would make me not feel that way. And it could have been worse. I could have been dead, and
that was pretty regularly like
could have been much, much worse. And and you're like, oh yeah, it might be.
And you agreed.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, I have like crazy scarring on my legs. I don't know. So I have like pretty crazy scarring, but it stops at the knees.
Right.
So I was like, that could have been my face. It could have been, which would have been, I probably wouldn't have had an acting career.
Mm-hmm. Or you would have had one and gotten amazing reviews for bravery.
Dude, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's going to be, if I had an accident on my bike now, the road rash.
Look, you're only 40.
Yeah, I still have time.
Yeah, maybe you'll get into motorcycles at some point. Okay, so were kids, I think the rap on kids is like they're so mean, but I also think what's underestimated is that they can be incredibly kind.
Yeah, for the most part, I was like a new kid in school. So my family moved from Waterloo, Iowa to Omaha, Nebraska when I was 10, and then the accident happened when I was 11. So I was the new kid in school. And then the accident happened, and that the summer going into 6th grade, which is where we changed from elementary school going into middle school. So I started 6th grade halfway through the school year because I was recovering, and I'm in the wheelchair and I'm rolled in, and it was actually pretty cool because I didn't know anyone, and they essentially already like had an announcement like, hey, Adam Devine. I was sort of famous for like being the kid who was hit by the cement truck in town. And it was awesome. As far as that goes.
Yeah, they're not gonna be like, look at you fucking.
There were a few kids.
Well,
and then later you find out like the kid who bullied me was the kid who his dad died fucking a prostitute, like had a heart attack and died. And so obviously he was dealing with his own stuff at home.
Yeah.
So he took it out on the crippled kid. But for the most part, it was like kind of a get out of jail free card where I knew that I could say crazy stuff because no one's really
gonna
pull
it up. Don't make me. I will pull it up.
Yeah, totally.
If you punish me for this, you're gonna get an eyeful.
Yeah. Ouchie. And I knew that like no one's gonna. I mean, who knows nowadays? But no one's gonna like beat up the crippled
just showing
kid.
that. Do you feel like, or do you just feel like I really don't give a shit? It means nothing.
Now I don't care. I don't care. And the only reason
nothing.
I don't show it in movies, like, because every once in a while people will be like, well, why are you wearing those high socks?
Yeah.
And I'm like,
why is your balls on my phone?
hanging out on Neal Brennan's phone. And essentially, I'm just like, I don't want to explain it in the movie. Like, the character doesn't have.
And it'd be funny if you did it in every movie and it was a different story.
Yeah.
Like, look.
Well, and then I would be getting great reviews.
You ever heard of Iraq?
Yeah.
Well,
I used to always make up stories, especially like if I'm at the beach and like kids would be like, "Oh my God, what's with your legs?" I'd be like, "Shark attack, San Mateo, '94," and I literally said that to this little kid, and he goes, "Yeah, I heard about that." I'm like, you weren't even born.
That's hilarious. Dude. That's like that bit Kimmel does at the gas station or the bands for fucking Coachella.
One of my favorite bands this year is Dr. Shlomo and the GI Clinic.
Yeah.
They're amazing.
Yeah, they're always amazing.
Okay, so that's interesting. And then, so it didn't have like a major effect on your psyche that you're aware of, or it was just kind of like,
well, no, then I think it gave me like a motivation that I know for a fact I wouldn't have moved to LA because no one we were a super blue collar family. Like going to college wasn't even mandatory. It was like, yeah, if you want to, or you can work for the railroad like your dad and his brothers, like, or you can learn a trade.
Yeah,
like moving to Hollywood to wear makeup and pursue your dreams of being an actor seemed like, what the fuck?
And did you want to do? Did
what?
It make you go like, well, I don't care because I can't worry about that because I have a thing I need to prove.
Well, it was like that was a thing that I always wanted to do. I thought I was a funny kid, and
didn't you start working young? Didn't you do something in your teens?
No, I moved when I was 18, and then workaholics.
18 is pretty early, though.
Yeah, I moved out young, and then did stand up and got New Faces in Montreal when I was 22, and then workaholics when I was 25. So it all happened in hindsight.
And you worked.
Really
I remember
fast.
you were in like a Doritos commercial somewhere where you were like the devil.
Taco Bell.
Volcano nachos.
Yeah.
And Joe and Anthony Russo directed that.
Did they really?
Commercial, yeah.
Russo brothers from, they also did
from the
Iron Man. Or no, they did
Captain America.
Captain America, and they did all the
Avengers and stuff.
That's the stuff.
Haven't gotten that call.
Yeah, I'm
What's
still
up,
waiting.
Joe and Anthony?
Huh, weird. Weird. They must
have read the review.
They must have thought you'd change your number.
Yeah.
Didn't happen, guys. Same number.
Same number.
Don't try it on them. Don't be. You change your number, motherfucker.
It was Joe and Anthony Russo going, "Hey, Adam."
Exactly. So okay. So you move out here, and then. So what's the when you said it made me want to sort of. What about the injury made you want not like they're directly, but how do you see the correlation?
For me, it was just my motivation of like, you can't be lazy, like, because you're gonna die, so you have to try to get as much stuff in as possible because you never know when a cement truck might come out of nowhere, man.
Yeah.
But I mean, honestly, that is, that is the truth.
Hey, did you like that? Did you like that? Yeah, did you like it though? You want more? Don't want to work? Would rather watch videos of me grab-assing with people? First of all, go up here to subscribe, and then go up here to watch more clips. This is like when the weatherman says there's a high pressure system coming in. I'm not really used to the green screen.